Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we focus on helping parents support children with learning difficulties through tips, strategies, and real talk. If you find our content helpful, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell icon. It really helps the YouTube algorithm reach more parents who may need guidance on supporting their children with learning difficulties. Thanks for being here. Now, let's dive into today's video. Dyslexia Quest: How this game helps children with dyslexia learn. For children with dyslexia, the simple act of reading can feel like solving a complex puzzle every single day. Letters jump around, words blur together, and the frustration builds until many kids just want to give up. But what if we could transform that struggle into strength through play? That's exactly what Dyslexia Quest does. This innovative app, developed in partnership with dyslexia researchers, turns critical learning exercises into exciting games that children actually want to play. Instead of boring drills or stressful tests, kids embark on adventures with Yetis and Seahorses, completely unaware they're building the very skills that make reading easier. Today, we'll explore how each feature of Dyslexia Quest targets specific challenges faced by dyslexic learners, and how just minutes a day can lead to life-changing improvements in both skills and confidence. One of the biggest hurdles for dyslexic children is working memory, the ability to hold and process information in their minds. Dyslexia Quest tackles this head-on with games like Yeti Jump, where children must remember and repeat increasingly complex sequences of sounds and lights. At first glance, it seems like simple pattern matching, but neurologically, it's strengthening those crucial memory pathways. Imagine a child who previously couldn't remember the steps to sound out a 3-syllable word. After regular play, teachers often report these same children beginning to tackle longer words without hesitation, following multi-step classroom instructions better, and even showing improved mental math skills. The game format removes the anxiety of traditional memory exercises, allowing the brain to develop these capacities naturally through joyful repetition. The app's Seahorse Search game addresses another core challenge: visual processing speed. Dyslexic children frequently describe text as dancing on the page, with letters appearing to swap places or blur together. In Seahorse Search, players race against the clock to identify specific shapes hidden among distractions. This trains the brain to process visual information more efficiently and accurately. Over time, this translates directly to reading. Children report letters staying more stable on the page, fewer reversals of similar-looking letters like B and D, and increased ability to quickly scan lines of text without losing their place. Parents often notice their child becoming less fatigued during reading homework, able to sustain focus for longer periods as their visual processing becomes more automatic. Perhaps the most revolutionary aspect of Dyslexia Quest is how it builds phonemic awareness through games like penguin patterns. Many dyslexic children struggle to connect sounds to their corresponding letters, a fundamental skill for reading and spelling. Penguin Patterns turns this critical learning into a series of playful, sound-matching, and rhyming challenges. As children help penguins find their matching sound pairs or complete rhyming chains, they're actually rewiring their brain's sound processing centers. Teachers using the app in classrooms report dramatic improvements in students' ability to sound out unfamiliar words, recognize common spelling patterns, and even in their overall willingness to attempt reading aloud. The game removes the emotional baggage often associated with phonics drills, allowing pure learning to happen through engagement and discovery. What sets Dyslexia Quest apart from other educational apps is its solid foundation in neuroscience. Developed in collaboration with the Dyslexia Research Trust, every game targets specific measurable neural pathways known to be different in dyslexic brains. The app doesn't just entertain. It systematically stimulates and strengthens underdeveloped connections through carefully calibrated challenges. As children progress, the app automatically adjusts difficulty levels to stay in what researchers call the zone of proximal development, challenging enough to promote growth, but not so difficult as to cause frustration. This personalized adaptation means every child gets exactly what their developing brain needs, without any complicated setup or testing required from parents or teachers. Using Dyslexia Quest effectively requires surprisingly little time commitment. Just 20 minutes of play, 3 to 4 times per week, can yield noticeable improvements within a few months. Many families incorporate it into their morning routine, having children play while eating breakfast, or use it as a transition activity after school before homework begins. The key is consistency rather than duration. Brief, regular sessions prove far more effective than occasional marathon play. Educators recommend pairing game time with real-world reading activities. For example, playing the phonemic awareness games right before reading together, which helps prime the brain for better decoding. Parents should look for subtle improvements in everyday life. A child spontaneously sounding out a store sign correctly, needing fewer reminders about routines, or showing less resistance to reading activities. Dyslexia Quest represents a new frontier in dyslexia support, one where children don't have to choose between learning and having fun. By disguising critical neurological exercises as captivating games, it bypasses the anxiety and resistance that often accompanies traditional interventions. While no single tool can cure dyslexia, this app provides something equally valuable, a way for children to experience small, daily victories that accumulate into transformative growth. The true magic happens when a previously reluctant reader suddenly discovers they can decipher a sentence without help, or when a child who used to dread spelling time now approaches it with confidence. That's the power of meeting children where they are in the world of play, and using that joyful engagement to build the skills they need to thrive. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. For further questions and inquiries, you may contact us at 6564-6533 or 8614-7651, or visit www.cognitive.com.sg.